for example, if I read about no signal in the papers or whatever, even on the net, obviously everyone's saying that you guys are like a come up from COVID. How much of that is true, and how much of that is hard work that you put in prior to that time? Where's the balance?
Do you know what, yeah? It's like, it's weird, it's 50-50. It's like 50% of it is like, yeah, it is true, we blew during COVID. But in terms of, like, no one just comes out of nowhere, do you know what I mean? Like, and lasts this long, especially in a hard time to last, where multiple businesses, in not just physical business, also entertainment businesses, radio stations, weren't thriving, they were failing, their numbers chopped by half because there was no cars on the road listening to radio. So, and at home, most of these people probably on Spotify, blah, 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 but we still maintain to catch people's attention. So, but that's because we translated what we was doing before. So we had parties before, do you know what I mean? We had real life people come in, we translated them into radio. Those people made enough noise for other people that probably didn't come to our party, like yourselves, that will now know about it. And then now that's how we expanded into many, many countries across the world. So it's like blue in COVID, that's no word of a lie, but hard work has been happening for years. That we put in so was it 3,000 hours or 300?
10,000.
10,000 hours has been put in, more than 10,000 hours have been put in to just work ethic. So when it came to us doing this, we was like, okay, yeah, we can do this because we've done this before, and we've done this before. We've tried live. We used to have Recess Radio. The name of our party was Recess. There was Recess Radio. That was something that my brother was so keen on pushing. And so it's like, it's not like we hadn't tried this out before. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, agreed still. Like, we've been doing real life stuff, innit? Do you know what I mean? Building communities in real life. And that's one thing as well, like, the building like a community in real life and having actual like reputation in real life, like it did help like with the growth of No Signal, because it meant that people that knew us already for something else was going to be, okay, I believe what you guys can do in it, do you know what I mean? So I want to support it. And that helped us, that helped push us up to where people now really paid attention and where we are now. And obviously COVID was unfortunate, do you know what I mean? But like, we thank God in that moment that we was able to, like, you know, kind of like make something out of, you know, just adapt to new settings. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, I always said to my friends, to my team, like, yo, we're not going to do parties forever. Do you know what I mean? But I didn't know what we was going to do. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know, but I just always said we're not going to do parties forever. We just got to be ready, innit? So we just got to be like ready to, I don't know where we're going, but let's just be ready. And then obviously God took us where we are right now, and we've been ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we didn't have no experience and we just stumbled upon the idea, we wouldn't be able to get into, I can't lie, we'd be able to get into a studio, bro, because we wouldn't know how to manage the situation. We wouldn't know how to manage all the attention we're getting. We might as well, we might have gone a different path and then just faded away. Mm-hmm. Some people might say we've fallen off. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're still here producing stuff, and we have a physical manifestation of our growth. You know what I'm saying? So, like, ultimately, you have to thank God, because we steered us into the right direction, and then was able to like harness that, take that chance, grab it by the horns, and then, you know, move forward with it.
On that, so the difficulty, obviously, moving forward with anything that grows, and you've emerged, come into a new scene, and quickly made a name. Obviously, the difficulty will be continuing that. Mm. Now, how do you guys envision moving forward, you continuing that?
So I look at the landscape of like Black British media, innit, do you know what I mean? And there is definitely a scarcity in terms of like, you know, content that actually permeates the mainstream from the center where we exist, you know what I'm saying? We're not from like, you know, the subcultures or, you know, the niche things. We're like in the middle where we kind of listen to everything. We listen to like the pop music, as in our pop music, you know, like say Afro swing, drill. You might listen to dancehall, listen to Afro beats as well. But like we're in the center, and then there is a scarcity in those the people that supply the media. Let's say radio, for example, are in the mainstream are corporations run by white people, you know. And if obviously a lot of us romanticize and obviously eulogize Choice FM and be like, you know, back in the day it was so great, And that's the thing that we actually suffer with it. We do a lot of back in the day. We used to have this, we used to have that. We don't look at the things we have today. We have a few things right now. When we look at how, like you have to put some respect on the name of the YouTube channels that have become media entities. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that the people like them, their existence gives me hope. You know what I'm saying? Because it means that, listen, you might have done your thing, you set a pattern. Do you know what I mean? And what we need as human beings, we need to see someone do it first and be like, okay, cool, I can do it too. I could do it my own way. Do you know what I mean? Especially us as black people. You know what I mean? This UK. And that's why I think one of the greatest examples of that, Stormzy, people might say, oh, listen to Stormzy no more, he's blowing, he's different. But Stormzy showed that, listen, I'm a black guy, I can blow, and be myself, blah, blah. But it means that people behind him can be like, okay, listen, if Stormzy can blow, I can blow too, but I might do it differently. You know what I'm saying? I might not do this move, but at least I know that door's now open for me. That path is now open for me. You know what I mean? And that's what we learned from people at Link Up TV, GRM, SBTV. You know what I'm saying? They've had their own niches. That's what they're doing. All right, cool. So we can do it like this. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I see, and also the jobs. There's so many jobs that we can create for people as well. There's bare people that just like, everyone's trying to do their own thing individually, but sometimes what people need is that they need to be put in a space where their skills, like, okay, imagine if you describe all the things we do in this country as black people, our projects as little islands, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Or like all these businesses as islands, yeah. Why would you have loads of tiny little islands that serve only thing? Where you can, you know what I'm saying? You can have an empire where it's like, okay, we have bigger entities where it's like, okay, this community can enjoy it here, but you can pick one of these islands, these bigger islands rather than these small islands, because the small island won't survive when they've only got like a small amount of people coming to it. So the best thing is to do, okay, listen, you have these skills, cool, you can work here, but I don't know if people are comfortable working with other people. Do you know what I'm saying? There's a lot to unpack in it, but that's the longevity is daunting.
Also, it's like nurturing like the people that work with us and around us as well. It's very important, because we're not going to be able to do everything ourselves. Like, Joe could be able to do something I can't do. I can do something he can't do, and there's something we both can't do at all. That there's other people in our team like Kadir, Huda, RBC, Ladina, Triple. There's so many different people that they will be able to pick up something, and we know we can trust them, and then they'll come back to the next meeting the next week and be like, yeah, I've done this, I've done that, I've done this. So it's like, also, that's also important. It's like, it's not being afraid that someone can outshine you in a certain part. Because if you continue being afraid that someone can outshine you in a certain part, that's when the consistency goes. That's when we start reminiscing on the Vibes Cartel show. That's when we start reminiscing on how we used to be this. Do you know what I mean? And low-key, as much as like it is an amazing achievement and it helps us, like, I'm not gonna lie, we're here because of certain shows like that. At the same time, in a year's time, I want to talk about something else. Do you know what I mean?
Which is what we did
as well as still saying that was good. Do you know?
Moving on to the next.
What's next? Like,